My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Slay the Spire 2. We're here with the Necrobinder and Ascension 9. Ascension 9 being deadly enemies. So the enemies not only have more HP from the previous modifier, but also now more damage. Obtain a random relic or remove 2 cards from the deck. There's a couple 2 elite. There's a 2 elite 3 rest actually. Very early shop on that part too. Yeah, give me the relic. Ugh. Look, if it's gonna be whetstone, at least it upgraded one of the cards that will permanently stay in the deck, so. Fair enough, thank you. And maybe I can use this as an opportunity to draft some more defensive cards early, where otherwise I might not have. I'll keep Osty alive with an additional defend here. I want Sleight of Flesh, but can I take it before I then take debuffs? I think I can because I've got a shop in 3 spaces time. God, I really hope I find some debuffs though, because otherwise that is a deep investment in nothing. What's for dinner? Nothing. Decently well blocked, and no C Punk. Veil Piercer deals 10 damage. Next ethereal card with Lightouse 0. I'll take that as just a decent card right now. Makes it much easier for me to take ethereals in the future. I don't want to take 8 damage this turn, so we'll look in the Colorless Potion to see if I can do anything about it. I have no rares in this deck literally at all. Nothing I can do about it then. Gah! Alright, Rolling Boulder, and then I just set up damage on the front line. You'll die next turn to the boulder. And so will you. Grey Blast, Flatten, Invoke. Invoke, I'm not feeling good at all about this. Putrefy and High Five both really help out here. I don't want only Putrefy because it exhausts, so I think I just take High Five and walk on. This is the kind of position where I don't think you even play Sleight of Flesh. Yeah, I'm not going to be going for damage next turn either. I don't feel like this one's coming down our way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and invoke. Then Sleight of Flesh, I mean, yeah, but still pretty short. Yeah, 3 HP. This one's not going to work. High Five. Unleash. I go. Do I have lethal this turn, or do I die? I die. Fair enough. This was probably the worst elite to run into, and I took a very, like, a card that literally does nothing until I have other cards that support it. That was, look, it was one of the decisions of all time. It was one of the most decisions of all time. Let's cut a defend from this deck, because Bodyguard kind of serves as an additional defensive tool for the base deck. What about this 2 elite, bunch of question marks? It's actually a 3 elite bunch of... 3 elite... 2 rests? No, give me more of these question marks. I like them. Just turns like this where you just have to accept damage immediately. I need to split some damage on them so that when I kill a target, yeah, I can then turn around on the next turn and more easily kill the other target rather than just have to deal with their ridiculous strength number now. Cold's Potion, Calcify So, and Invoke I'll take. So is the first copy of AoE, and look, I'll Sword of Stone, why not? Relic. Nunchaku. Every time you play 10 attacks, gain an additional card. And considering the path, I'll take the heal 10 there, and then continue cutting up through the left. Defend, defend, unleash. We even get to retain So for a future turn. Bodyguard, defend, strike. Yeah, sadly, pretty big hit that turn. Shroud, Reeve, and Poke. I'll take a Reeve, and I'll even upgrade it to get it a Soul Plus. Ooh, Fresnel Lens! Lose 13 max HP. We only end up losing 2 current HP to that. But now, whenever we get a block card, it is pre-enchanted with Nimble, so it gives us 2 more block. Come on, Grave Blast! I know. Look, I know I ask for it always, but that's because I always want it. Because it's always good. Give me Grave Blast. Or give me death. Or Grave Blast. I'd settle for Grave Blast, actually. Un, deux, trois. Excellent. I even get to keep Osty alive for a single HP at the end of that. This time's for a Swift Pot, though, because... yeah, Soul at the very bottom of the deck there. Unleash, defend, strike. Unfortunately, despite the additional draw, really bad turn. Thankfully, that does mean the rest of the deck is basically all defensive cards. Reeve, Bodyguard, Defend, Finesse, draws a Soul, which I'll let cycle. And then I got 2 turns to take you down. Great news. Oh, hang on. Wait, never mind. Great news. Fish Oil, gain 1 strength, 1 dex, and Reptile Trinket. Whenever you use a potion, gain 3 block. This is the card I needed when I had the Sleight of Fist. Yeah. Apply 21 Doom and 1 Weak to all enemies. Death March. Deal 8 damage, deal 3 additional damage for each card draw during your turn. That does get pretty good. Yeah, I'll take that over Deathbringer, sure. I'm gonna regret it, but I'll do it. Yeah, this one's sharp for so... then I think the So needs an upgrade as well, because I'm definitely going to get an AoE enemy. I'm going to get those things. You know the things from the ground. Ah, those things, exactly. Dirge. Summon it 3x times, add X souls into the draw pile. This one requires Fish Oil. I would like to do something else that turn. Even Soul. Bodyguard, unleash for damage, and defend. Good lord. I don't think there's a chance I survive this, but... Are you kidding me? Both of the souls are on the bottom of the deck. There's no chance I survive this now. You butt! There was a chance up until then. Gah. Alright. 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 I see the Silver Crucible. I would love to take an aggressive line with it. I mean, there's a 4 elite if I really want to go aggressive with it. I can even take 3 fights question mark early. Let's do it. Bone Shards. If Osty is live, it deals 12 damage to all enemies, and you gain 12 block, and then Osty dies. Great AoE pickup, as well as both offensive and defensive at the same time. Gotta love that. Also, imagine how much easier it'll be to draft Melancholy in this deck now. Now that I have an Osty dies button. Damn. You know the wildest thing here? I think it's Grey Warden Plus. I think out of all of those, it is Grey Warden Plus. Ooh, enchant a strike or a defend with Spiral? I think we get a defend to have replay 1. I probably end up upgrading that, and then that's part of my core defensive package as well. In terms of adding damage to this deck, like, in terms of general value, Enfeebling Touch probably better here. In terms of adding damage to this deck, 17 damage for 1 energy Ethereal Defile? It's probably exactly what I need. I'll throw a weak pot, because it's at least 5 health this turn. Doesn't have any action this turn, but will next. Leave that Soul Plus in the draw pile. Oh my god. That worked out really well. What a great boss fight for us there. Capture Spirit. Enemy loses 3 HP. Shuffle 3 souls into your draw pile. Big, big fan. Now it's even 4 souls and 4 HP. Bone Shards, Defile, and single defend. Happy to do that. Grave Warden, Capture Spirit, and Bodyguard. I'm gonna Fortifier as well, saving 16 health. Unleash. File, Bone Shards. Hopefully get back to Bone Shards soon. Sorry, Defile soon, actually. Hey, that's Defile. And with another Capture Spirit, we're going to have such a density of souls in the deck that it's going to be pretty difficult not to draw back to something ridiculous. Oh no. Oh, I have to defend. I accidentally messed up. Wait, draw back to Defile. You didn't get me back to Defile! No! No! I had to lose! lose! I had to lose HP! Wah. Cloak Clasp! Hey, that works pretty well. Defy. Yeah, I do like weakening. Dual Wield. Choose an attack or power card in your hand. Add a copy of that card to your hand. It's not good at the moment, but maybe in the future. $16. So yeah, 1 strike is fine. Woof. Can I have the file, please? The answer was no. Not letting that fat gremlin run away with my money. That money is my money to run away with. 1, 2, dead. Sleight of Flesh, Afterlife, and Pull from Below. I do not debuff my enemies enough to care about those. I'll take an Afterlife. Ech. Good thing I got Bone Shards instead. Bone Shards, Afterlife, and then Defend. Hell yeah, I don't even lose Osti yet. And we got back to the Bone Shards in time. I did not think that one was going to happen. Cool. Another Soul Blast in the draw pile. 1. Capture Spirit. 2. Me another bone. Ooh, if your HP is at or below 50% at the end of combat, heal 12. It's really good. And I'll take Death March there. I'm going to upgrade Death March. I have so many souls in this deck. It's got to be right to upgrade that, right? And then we get the Meat on the Bone trigger at the end of this fight, making it much safer for us to take this fight than otherwise might. Oh, I wanted to draw into Death March. Well, there it is. Anyway, kill you with the other one. Lethality, Bone Shards, Blight Strike. Don't need any of those. It's lethality or nothing there, and I don't think I need... No! The elite! Well, I mean, you're kind of an elite, if you think about it. Oh man, this fight is gonna suck for us. What a bad fight for me. 1, 2, 3. I'm glad I drew Bone Shards. That's really important this turn. That, and then Bone Shards, and then Defile. I get to defend. Oh no. Mistake! Well, I guess I am blocking with the Orichalcum at least. Do I dare try and draw for lethal? I do. I do dare. Because who dares wins. Severance is real good. Soul density. And 5 more damage on it seems pretty sweet too. Lose Defile? I think so. Slow playing this is going to be better. I'm also going to dual wield Death March. Especially if I'm going to be using souls as like my main source of damage. Feels appropriate. Oh, 2 death marches ready to go. Throw one of you for 53 damage. And then play the wrong card. I'm clicking the wrong cards way too commonly recently. That's a thing I should stop doing. Maybe I should just play the right cards. Oh, that makes sense. The Clasp is giving us really good defense. Death March. And just draw until I see a march. There's a march. I'll dupe the march. Okay, yeah, Souls and Death March seems like a possible run. Oh boy, it gets more possible with Seance. Or is it Oblivion? When you play a card this turn, deal 3 doom to the enemy. Oh, it sounds. Ooh, Tezcatara. Remove 4 cards from your deck whenever you shuffle your draw pile. Add a soot into your draw pile. I mean, 4 strikes out of this deck does make it a lot stronger. Makes it a lot stronger. That also then incentivizes future cuts. I like this line. Do it. Seance through Ascenders. We'll use Unleash, Bone Shards, and Defile. Prevent any damage that turn. Grave Warden, Defy, Capture Spirit. Still got 2 Death March. Well, not 2 Death Marches, hang on. 1 Death March left in the draw pile. The second one is a copy. And of course, it's worth mentioning that they can't do more than 9 damage. Yeah, there's that soot. Bone Shard, Severance done. So ideally, we win by the second cycle. I will take a Melancholy. I think I can afford that, given all the things I said earlier. Oh. Interesting. I'm cutting. I defend. I'll take a Grey Warden. Defend plus. Impatience. If you have no attacks in hand, draw 2 cards. Looking at our card types, we actually only have 5 attacks in the entire deck. But a couple of them are dead blocks. Like, as soon as I draw them, I'm not going to play them and then play Impatience afterwards. Negative Pulse. I'm honestly leaning towards trying to save money here and see if I can go ham at the next shop instead. I got my removal. That was the thing I desperately wanted there. Everything else? Gravy, baby. Mm-hmm. Severance, and then some additional HP to worry about. Seance our way through... I think Defy is probably actually a good pick. Afterlife, then... Capture Spirit, so... Grave Warden, so... Seance, Soot, so... Cool. So... And then I'm going to hit you for 81 damage with Death March, and you are stunned. Capture Spirit. Severance is enough to finish you. Pass, Scourge, Flatten. Unnecessary through and through. Thank you. Grey Warden, Defy the front line. Yeah, okay, I can throw out a Death March for free then. Seance through a defend. I'll use Capture Spirit and Unleash, and then at the end of this turn... 8 block? Yeah, okay, we'll lose with Melancholy now cost less. That's what we really did there. Yeah, Bone Shards. Then if I Afterlife and double defend, I can get that Ball Bug to pop. Or rather to daze. I do figure Defile probably ends up going against that target, so just let that happen. Seance hits Soot. I love how Seance is constantly taking care of the Soot for us, working out pretty well. I'll drop another defend. Keep as much HP here as I can. Grave Warden, and additional defend that turn as well. Beautiful, that'll really help. Yeah, Melancholy is now full defense, great. I know Death March is left in the draw pile. We'll see if I can get all the way to... Wow! We'll see if I can get all the way to doubling it. Was legitimately going to be the end of that sentence. I don't have to actively be using both copies on that turn. Just having the second copy in the deck is really helpful. Get rid of that Soot. So. Capture Spirit. Soul. And Death March for exact lethal. 73 damage. Fetch. 0 energy. Also deals 3 damage and draws a card. Do I do that? I think not. Sometimes Osty's dead when I draw that card. I don't like carrying debt, but I would be able to remove it pretty soon. But it's at the cost of not removing something else. Ooh, give me a rare. And a potion. I'll take that. And you know what? Just one more potion up there. There you go. Regen and Lucky. Wow, those are both great hits. I'll take both. Transfigure. Add replay to a card in your hand. You select the card. And it costs an additional energy. I'll give Death March replay happily. That's a juicy card. Oh, baby. What a juicy juice. I mean, I will, unfortunately have to do it for the defensive option of them this turn, but we're getting there. That's also 2 souls in the draw pile. There's nothing wrong with that option. Probably end up using a regen potion this fight. We'll see how well this turn goes. Seance through send, and I'll use it. We get 5 this turn. Defy soul. Capture Spirit soul. 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 Afterlife End. Capture Spirit, Grey Warden. Actually, I feel like Unleash isn't going to be relevant very soon. I know I've got Death March left in the draw pile still. Okay, I'm going to draw, then Seance is going to remove the new soot. Grey Warden's a great pick up there. Death March. Right? Regen pot definitely doesn't seem like it's getting its best from this fight. Bone Shards can't really be duped appropriately. Bone Shard, Severance, and then Grey Warden, defend with the rest of the incoming. 45 incoming damage. Pretty dense defense there. Unfortunately, we are stuck in this kind of like Death March or nothing in terms of damage for us. Define, Melancholy, and Grey Warden, even though I wanted the Capture Spirit there instead. Okay, Bone Shard makes Melancholy free here, as well as gives us an energy, so that's definitely going to get played this turn. And then Melancholy's free, and then I'm thinking just big Death Punch. Your turn. I'm a Grey Warden before we soul, just so I get even more draw in the draw pile. Melancholy by defend. Yeah. That's no damage to me personally, and there we go, finish the fight the turn after. It was a long fight, but we took no risk. Heart of Iron? Sikkim, Scourge, Drain Power, new. I'm not particularly enthused about that as our turn 1 here, because I've still got so much setup to add as well. 16? I can easily do 16 to Power Fright. So it's Capture Spirit, Bone Shard, Defend. I don't have enough souls to turn Death March into lethal this turn, do I? Transfigure Death March, soul. No, I do. Yeah, it's a good card. Wisp. I feel like I get enough card draw early enough that I can take that Wisp. Energy, first turn, thank you. So damned important. Transfigure, I don't want you leaving the deck. You're too good. You're just simply too good. I'm going to take Heart of Iron into this fight for certain. Then... Defile Unleash absolutely as well. Transfigure a Grey Warden plus. Double Grey Warden. Seance through a Dazed. And that's actually a pretty good draw pile at the moment. I don't need to interfere here. 32 incoming damage this turn. Still got to find a way to defend that. Ooh, Death March. Good to see. Remove the soot. Death March 28 this turn. Not bad. I think I go all out. It's Death March, Bodyguard, and Defile, because now I can also get Orichalcum triggering at the end of the turn, rather than just throwing down 13 block myself and not doing damage. Yeah, double Grave Warden and Capture Spirit here. That's what that one was made for. Now, ideally, we'll be able to find our way all the way back to the start. Yeah, I can see how that's going to be a problem for us. I'm drop Transfigure on Unleash just in case I need the additional damage from it later, and I'm going to let the Defy burn. Yeah, I'm basically just looking for Death March as soon as I can get it in the cycle. Had to be sort of immediately. That's real tough stuff right there. Alright, well, how do I defend? It's probably got to be Bone Shard, Capture Spirit. Yeah, Bone Shard, Capture Spirit, and then double defend is the best I can do. Incoming's 40. I get 30 block. Gotta take 10 across the dome. Grave Warden Soul. Damn. That's a bad time to have this Seance, Death March in hand, unfortunately. Severance, more souls. I gotta take 10 more damage that turn. I really didn't want to have to take that damage that turn. Got him. With a Defile. 7 damage for each ethereal card played this combat. Now, Seance is ethereal, but like it's only in cycles. Well, Seance and Defile. And Defy, but I do want a second card that scales in some way, but I don't really play my ethereal cards constantly, so I don't feel like Pull From Below really changes much about the deck. I do think that Seance is played once every cycle, and I'd like it to be a Soul Plus, please, that it fetches. Okay, I'm going to transfigure Bodyguard. Double up on that. So that I can let the Orichalcum take care of a lot of our block as well. I was never going to block very well that turn. Yeah, Bone Shards is going to be a lot of our damage. Melancholy's really good tool for us as well. I gotta get everyone on roughly similar HP if I can. As much additional energy as I can get that turn. Oh, you're kidding me. I literally don't get the draw this turn either. Oh, and I can't even kill. Ugh! Oh, this sucks. I'm gonna lose all of my HP in this fight. I don't have enough AoE to AoE them all down forever. And clearly got too many cards in this deck to actually be able to consistently. Boy. There's Death March. It's lethal. I was just hoping to draw Death March and the Dual Wield on the same turn. Can I get it? Can I get it? Can I get it? Oh my god, there's the Dual Wield. Oh my god. Literally win the fight. Power Potion and a oddly smooth stone for us. Great Blast to bring a card back into hand. Certainly not that bad. Ooh, membership card. Yeah, I got 50% discount on all products seems pretty good for me, and I'll take a single copy of Haunt in this deck. When you play a Soul, a random enemy loses 6 HP. Every time you play an attack or skill, upgrade it for the rest of the combat. I'm not against that either. But I also don't need it. Let's remove a straight up defend. I'll take a Dark Shackles. Whenever Osty attacks, gain 2 block. Osty doesn't attack constantly, but just a little. Oh, actually, that would prevent the Orichalcum trigger occasionally. Alright, I'll take a Wisp and head on out. I don't have Pantographs, so I will rest. And I'm not against using Power Potion here, but I also do feel like this is... I feel like boss fights, we kind of have... There's a possibility that we walk into a boss fight and just kind of like blow up an enemy with the right draw. I'll do. $31 damage is a lot of damage. I just went past 2 of the Frantic Escapes as well, so I should be careful. Transfigure Death March. Dual Wield that same Death March. Okay, yeah, both of them have the replay. That's important to know. That worked out really well, but also... I should probably double escape rather than do... No! I'll just draw into it, it's fine. I didn't draw them dead this turn, no! Why must I be punished for my mistake? I'm just gonna restart that, and I'm not gonna make the dumbest decision of all time. There we go. Even waste a power pot on the fight. And then there's that one. Oh. There's those frantic escapes. That's about as much defense as I can get. And now... let's actually make sure I use a escape. Ooh, damn. Didn't even manage to get the right death march in hand though. That hurts. Get the soot out. Now that I am very far away from you, about as far as I think is actually possible, it's time to fight you. Keep the soul sullen. Any of the escapes that cost too much get burned now. $77 damage death march, decent there. And I'll just make sure that I got a bunch of other souls around so that we can just have a very healthy draw. Oh my god, we've already got the death march in hand. I'll do it. Yeah. Without, like, actively choosing to basically lose that fight. Surprising, you can do things in that fight if you don't just lose. At the start of your turn, add a random attack to your hand. Cost 0 this turn. Transform up to 6 cards into Maul. Deals 5 damage twice. Increase the damage of all Maul cards by 1 this combat. Not bad, but I'd have to find 6 cards to do that too. Sigh. At the start of your turn, gain 7 block. It's gonna invalidate the Orichalcum, but it is worth it. I'm going to take some early pathing for card removal as a priority. Dual wield a haunt, haunts. There we go. 12 damage whenever I play a soul. Oh boy. I'm going to transfigure Capture Spirit. There you go. Seance. Wisp. And then I'm just going to continue playing souls until the enemy dies. Got him. Swift Pot. Reeve Plus. No. Almost. But no. Miniature Tent. Whenever you rest, you may choose any number of options, and then I'll remove a base block from the deck. Yeah, I'm now not going for the additional shop for another removal because it's not going to do that. Transfigure Afterlife and then double Afterlife. Does pretty well. Seance our way through there, then double defender. Incoming is not enough to be a problem. I'm going to cast a second Seance to get through. Next worst card in hand? Probably Melancholy at this point, actually. Next worst card in the deck, rather. This one's almost certain to be double Death March. Because now, when I draw double Death March, I get to double Death March. enemy died too quickly, but Grey Warden Plus, that one still goes in the deck. Oh, transfigured the Death March on turn 1. We're just setting up for the second cycle. So many souls in that first draw. Okay. Do I fish back Grave? I don't need to. I can seance another, probably Defile there. I mean, Dual Wield for Haunt is really good. Keep you as weak as I possibly can. Yeah. How dare you charge at me? It hurt. I don't want you to do that because it hurts. Huge block. And there's that Death March. Not ready to do lethal. I was so certain it would be. Oh my god. Please. Please. Gosh. Soul plus for not. There we go. Got him. Woof. Don't need those. Here though. Here I get to smith a card. Making Haunt do more damage, and then I get to rest. Woo! I'm happy to pop card draw here. On the first turn seems the right time for it. 1, 2, 3. I don't want to dual wield Severance. I do, however, want to cast it. Let's transfigure Haunts. Dark Shackle's the enemy, and now I can just play that Haunt for free. So now you gain, or take 18 damage whenever I play a Soul, which is going to be a lot more damage than what I'm otherwise capable of. Capture Spirit, Severance, and just Souls as long as the day is. No need for any of those. War Paint, upgrades Wisp and Transfigure. Hell yeah. Good hits. Yeah, Unleash is not going to be very good for us. Yeah. The problem is if I, like, hard miss, the Spectral Knight just kills me for it. Yep, I'll be losing Transfigure and Dual Wield, both very important parts of this toolkit. Oh, I'm gonna need to get really haunted very soon. That's about as haunted as I can get. Then... And... I guess on the bright side, deck's pretty thin now. Okay, Death March is ready to do a lethal. And now I get to keep my cards at end of turn. Sure, we take another weapon for that, but definitely seems much better. Yeah, it's the best block I can get. Okay, the damage is getting a lot worse. Okay, this Death March is now lethal on the enemy backline, and then we can just focus on playing out souls. There we go. I'm afraid you've gotten, buddy. Power Potion and Horn Cleat, those are really going to help us here at the end. It's macabre. No. No, that's... I'm not taking that. 1, 2, 3, and... Unleash. Decent damage. Ooh. Transfigure the Haunt. Defy. Use a Wisp. Double Haunt. Yeah, 16 damage Haunts are pretty good. More souls in the soul pile. Got him. Just with souls. High five. Does vulnerability matter too much to me? It does not matter too much to me. However, lethality does become pretty good damage for me now. I can upgrade lethality, and then I can even rest. Especially in the boss fight, lethality being like the ooh, add decay to our deck and then remove exhaust from a card. Yeah, a wisp that just stays in the deck giving me energy every cycle. Although 1 damage to a random enemy whenever I exhaust is fun. I'll still take the decay on the wisp. Beautiful. What's Severance? Because I get draw with that, yeah. And I hit the debuff on you as well, doesn't matter. Do I even bother bone sharding? I think not. I just keep the temp HP, please. Yeah, I think I will transfigure the Death March and then set it up with a Grave Warden. I really desperately want to play Haunt, but I also, more desperately than that, want to draw into something defensive that I can afford to play. Like Bone Shards, Grave Warden. Woof. Rough draw. I'm gonna transfigure Capture Spirits and get just way too many souls in the draw pile. Yeah. So next turn is I say next turn, this turn is basically just draw until I find a solution. Do I? No. Because that can still be transfigured or duped if I need. And it will be transfigured. Seance through another burn. Grave Warden at the tippy top of all of that, and got to take a little bit of damage to the old HP box. That's what I call my head. Ooh. I like Death March, but I gotta make sure that I've got enough souls to draw it. It looks like I do. Right. 92 damage to... Did I miscount? Yeah, just enough health to survive? Compelling. Shouldn't have used the Wisp that turn, but realistically, it's not going to change whether or not I have lethal next turn. Thank you. We have enough damage because of the lethality. Necro Mastery. Whenever Osty loses... No. It's way too late for whenever Osty loses HP to be a thing I care that much about. Look, I'll dual wield for another copy as well. Why not? I might even just use it with Power Potion. In fact, when I say I might even use it with Power Potion, what I intend is to use it with Power Potion. When I say I might do the thing, what I mean is I will. Great. Seance through Decay. Oh, I would love to double that Capture Spirit. Don't have the tools for it. Defile is fine to burn. Grave Blast, I want to bring back another Capture Spirit, I think. Actually, no, take a 0 cost. Use Seance, burn through the Ascender's Bane. This Wisp gets played. That one doesn't matter. Sure, I'll use the file, whatever. Yep. Transfigure the Haunts. I'm gonna dual wield that Haunt now. Great. I recognize this to be a weird thing to do. However, I think I can just kill you playing souls with that. Let's Seance through the Soots. Is it worth transfiguring a transfigure to continue something? I think not. I think it's double Haunt. I think it's very sad that I'm not going to be using Transfigure at all that turn. Sadly, I don't have Transfigure in this hand. It wants to go on either Capture Spirit or Death March. And I'll pull a power potion here. You know what? Take as much of my strength as you need. I don't really care about my strength. I care about my energy. Now we're doing 32 damage per soul. Now we're doing 48 damage per soul. Even more souls in the draw pile. What am I still doing here? What are you doing here? You saw me set all this up. Why did you bother staying on the field? Transfigure. Death March. There it is. Oh. Never mind. Let's see if I can kill you with just playing souls because, oh boy. There you go. Killed him with souls. I still had the Death March for a ridiculous amount of damage that turn, but just killed him by playing souls. Yeah, replay is really good. This card's busted. I'm not saying it's busted as in like too good, need to be nerfed, etc. I'm saying if you can dictate where the replay goes, you can do some very dumb stuff. Also, God, it's nice to see you again, dual wield, even if I only get to see you for a brief period of time on the way out. That worked out really well. Just so many souls, death marching them right towards death. But ultimately, by the end there, it was every soul dealing 48 damage to each enemy. Or rather, to the boss. Well, I'm gonna hit that receipt button. I'm gonna complain to the architect for a moment. He's gonna quote a Confucian saying back. And we'll unlock Ascension 10 for our Necrobinder. I'll hop back to the main menu, and then I can tell you that my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game is being Slain the Spire 2, though. Top left is a series playlist for all my content of the game, past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations are down below. Streaming past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsyPlays out above the thank tier. And a special thanks this episode to Tristan. Hopefully you'll have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see y'all next time.